A man has died after being shot by police with a taser during a suspected burglary in Staffordshire. Officers were responding to a reported break-in in Audley Road, Newcastle-under-Lyme, shortly after 1 o'clock GMT. The occupants of the house had left before officers arrived, leaving the man inside. A taser was discharged and the man was taken to a police vehicle. He became unresponsive and despite the efforts of paramedics died a short time later, Staffordshire Police said. Highest taser use. The incident has been referred to the Independent Police Complaints Commission, IPCC. In a report by the IPCC in July, Staffordshire Police were shown to have the highest use of tasers per capita in the country. An independent panel found they were discharged on 72 occasions and drawn as a deterrent 547 times over 9 years. Controversial taser use. Tasers were introduced into British policing in 2003, but their use over the years has been surrounded with controversy. Jordan Lee Begley, 23, died after being hit with the electric stun gun by a Greater Manchester police officer in 2013. The 5 officers involved in the incident, who wanted anonymity, will be named unless they win an appeal. In 2013, petrol-soaked Andrew Pimlett appeared to be holding a lit match at the time he was tasered by police in Plymouth. He caught fire and died, but despite investigations by the Crown Prosecution Service and IPCC, the officer did not face criminal charges. In March, campaigners claimed taser use against children by the Metropolitan Police rose 6-fold over 4 years. In July, the police watchdog raised concerns over officers in England and Wales using tasers at point-blank range despite no longer being trained to do so. The IPCC said the technique was purely a means of pain compliance, while the Association of Chief Police Officers, ACPO, said point-blank firing was sometimes necessary. In November, Matthew Williams, who murdered a woman in an act of cannibalism, died after being tasered by police in Wales. His cause of death is still unknown. ACPO said officers must pass a nationally recognized training course before they are allowed to deploy a taser. Commander Neil Basu, from ACPO, said, "While taser is always an option of last resort, officers must be free to act in the best interests of public safety, whoever the person posing a threat may be." In September it emerged that a review into the use of tasers by the force found that officers discharged them on 1 out of 10 occasions when they were drawn. The force used tasers 33 times for every 100 officers in 2013, and a total of 619 times in 9 years, according to the police watchdog. The force said the use of a taser was a last resort for officers. The taser fires 2 darts with a 5-second, 50,000 volt charge, which can temporarily disable its target. Its ammunition consists of a single-use compressed air cartridge which fires the darts and has to be replaced each time the weapon is fired. Police guidelines stipulate the device may be used where officers face a risk of serious violence. Tasers were introduced in England and Wales in 2003 and rolled out across both countries in 2008, and were not limited to specialist firearms officers.